Today, I want to talk to you about something that may feel familiar yet unsettling: your comfort zone. It's that warm, cozy space where you feel safe, secure, and in control. But what if I told you that this very comfort zone might be quietly killing your potential, your growth, and your dreams? The truth is, our comfort zones are designed to protect us from danger, but they can also prevent us from pursuing our greatest potential. When we stay stuck in familiar routines, we risk missing out on opportunities, growth, and true fulfillment. Stepping out of your comfort zone is not easy. It involves embracing uncertainty, facing fear, and even risking failure. But the rewards of doing so far outweigh the discomfort. Growth begins where your comfort zone ends. So I challenge each of you to reflect on your own comfort zones. Where have you been holding back? What dreams have you shelved because they seem too risky or uncertain? It's time to step out, embrace the unknown, and unleash your true potential. Real growth occurs when you challenge yourself, take risks, and face the unknown. When you stay within your comfort zone, you're essentially sticking to what you already know: the familiar routines, the predictable outcomes, and the safe choices. While this can give you a sense of security, it often comes at the expense of true personal development. Growth requires us to step into uncertainty and embrace discomfort. It's in those moments of discomfort, when your heart races, your palms sweat, and doubts creep in, that you truly begin to learn about yourself. Think about a time when you took a leap of faith, whether it was applying for a challenging job, moving to a new city, or learning a new skill. Initially, there was probably fear and hesitation. You questioned if you were capable, if you would succeed, or if it was the right choice. Yet, by pushing through that uncertainty, you experienced growth. You gained new skills, discovered abilities you didn't know you had, and developed a deeper sense of resilience. The reality is that growth and comfort cannot coexist. Comfort keeps us static, content with what is, while growth requires change, risk, and a willingness to embrace the possibility of failure. Many people avoid stepping out of their comfort zones because of the fear of failure or judgment. However, failure is not the end. It's a powerful teacher. Each setback provides a lesson, a chance to reflect, adjust, and try again with more insight and determination. When you avoid stepping out of your comfort zone, you not only limit your growth, but also your perspective. You miss out on the opportunity to see yourself and the world from new angles. You become confined to a narrow view of what's possible, trapped in routines that may no longer serve you. Embracing challenges and uncertainties broadens your understanding, deepens your empathy, and strengthens your character. It's important to remember that stepping out of your comfort zone doesn't always mean taking huge, life-altering risks. It can be as simple as speaking up in a meeting, trying a new hobby, or engaging with people whose perspectives differ from yours. These small acts of courage add up, gradually expanding your comfort zone and helping you build confidence over time. The more often you challenge yourself, the more resilient and adaptable you become. Ultimately, growth is a continuous journey. There will always be new challenges, new fears, and new uncertainties. However, each time you step out of your comfort zone, you strengthen the belief in your ability to navigate the unknown. That self-trust is the true essence of growth, and it opens doors to possibilities you may have never imagined. Fear often signals an opportunity for growth. Instead of avoiding it, use it to guide you. Most of us instinctively resist fear. It's a natural response meant to protect us from danger. However, not all fear is a sign of imminent threat. Sometimes it's an indication that we're standing on the edge of something new and transformative. Fear often appears when we contemplate change or stepping into unfamiliar territory. When you consider a career change, starting a new project, pursuing a passion, or expressing your true feelings, fear shows up. It whispers doubts, amplifies uncertainties, and sometimes even convinces us to stay in our safe, familiar routines. But what if instead of viewing fear as a barrier, we saw it as a signal, a sign that there's a growth opportunity ahead? Fear can serve as a compass, pointing us toward areas of our lives where we need to stretch and expand. When you feel afraid, it often means you care deeply about something, a goal, a dream, or a significant change. The very presence of fear can reveal what truly matters to us. It shows us what we value and where we desire growth. Rather than letting fear dictate your actions, try to understand its source. Ask yourself what you're truly afraid of. Is it failure, judgment, uncertainty, or the discomfort of change? Once you acknowledge and confront that fear, you take away some of its power. Many people let fear become a wall that keeps them from pursuing their fullest potential. They convince themselves that avoiding fear means staying safe. Yet safety in this sense often means stagnation. When we avoid risks to stay comfortable, we also avoid the potential for growth, discovery, and deeper fulfillment. Fear-based avoidance may seem protective, but over time, it can lead to regrets, missed opportunities, unexplored paths, and unfulfilled potential. Think of fear as a threshold. On one side is your comfort zone, where things are predictable and controlled. On the other side lies uncertainty, but also possibility. The chance to learn, develop, and become more than you were before. Every time you choose to cross that threshold, you build courage and expand your capacity to handle challenges. The more you confront fear, the more resilient you become, and the less intimidating future fears appear. Fear and growth are inseparable companions. If you never feel fear, it likely means you're not pushing your limits or striving for something significant. By embracing fear, acknowledging it, and moving forward anyway, you train yourself to navigate uncertainty with courage. Fear may never completely disappear, but your ability to manage it will grow. Each time you step forward despite fear, you reclaim power over your life and strengthen your confidence to face whatever comes next. Fear isn't an enemy to be avoided, it's a guide to be understood. When you feel it, take a closer look. What lies on the other side of that fear? What possibilities await if you're willing to step through it? Embrace it, learn from it, and let it lead you to places you never imagined possible. Staying in your comfort zone may feel safe, but it leads to stagnation, a slow decline in growth and potential. The comfort zone is a state of mental security where everything feels familiar, predictable, and manageable. It's a place where you minimize risks, avoid failure, and protect yourself from uncertainty. While this might seem appealing at first, over time, it can quietly trap you in a cycle of monotony. When we remain in this space for too long, our growth plateaus and the possibility of reaching our full potential diminishes. Many people settle into their comfort zones because it offers immediate gratification, the assurance that there are no unexpected challenges or disruptions. However, this sense of safety often comes with a hidden cost. Missed opportunities. When you choose familiarity over the unknown, you limit your experiences, restrict your learning, and reduce your exposure to new perspectives. Life becomes a series of repetitive patterns, and the excitement of discovery fades away. What initially feels like stability eventually becomes stagnation, a state where progress halts, creativity wanes, and aspirations are left unexplored. Stagnation doesn't happen overnight. It's a gradual process where complacency seeps in and the desire to challenge yourself fades. Tasks that were once stimulating become routine. Goals that once inspired you seem unnecessary. The willingness to take risks diminishes because the need for comfort outweighs the desire for growth. Over time, this lack of challenge can lead to feelings of dissatisfaction, frustration, and even regret. You may begin to wonder if you're living life to the fullest or merely existing within the boundaries of what is familiar. Moreover, the world around us is constantly changing. If we choose to remain static, we risk becoming outdated, disconnected, and ill-prepared for the evolving demands of life. Skills that were once sufficient may become obsolete. Opportunities that require adaptability and innovation may pass us by. Relationships may suffer because genuine connection often requires vulnerability, risk, and a willingness to step beyond surface-level interactions. In many ways, clinging to your comfort zone is not a protective measure. It's a limitation that narrows your world and stifles your potential. It is also important to recognize that growth requires effort, discomfort, and even failure. These experiences are not meant to discourage you, but to help you learn, adapt, and become more resilient. When you step outside of your comfort zone and challenge yourself, you strengthen your problem-solving skills, boost your creativity, and gain confidence in your abilities. You become more adaptable, more open-minded, and better equipped to handle uncertainty. Each time you push beyond your limits, you expand your capabilities and increase your capacity for growth. Remaining in your comfort zone may provide temporary relief from fear and uncertainty, but it ultimately comes at the expense of your growth and potential. Life is meant to be dynamic, challenging, and full of exploration. Embracing discomfort and uncertainty can be daunting, but it's the only path to meaningful growth and self-discovery. Instead of viewing your comfort zone as a place of refuge, consider it a starting point, a foundation from which you can explore, learn, and grow. When you challenge yourself to move beyond comfort, you open the door to new possibilities, deeper understanding, and a richer, more fulfilling life. Stepping out of your comfort zone builds resilience, adaptability, and confidence. When you remain in the familiar, you rarely face true challenges that push your limits. Yet life is full of uncertainties and obstacles that can shake even the strongest among us. If you continually protect yourself from discomfort, you might struggle when faced with unexpected adversity. The ability to navigate challenges without crumbling under pressure is a skill developed through experience. And experience often comes from taking risks and stepping outside the boundaries of comfort. Resilience is the strength to recover from setbacks and adapt to difficulties. It's not something you're born with, it's something you build over time. When you take a leap into the unknown, you expose yourself to the possibility of failure, mistakes, and criticism. However, each time you face these difficulties, you learn to handle them better. You develop a mindset that views setbacks not as permanent failures, but as opportunities for growth. Over time, you realize that difficulties don't define your worth. Rather, your response to them shapes your character. The more you step outside your comfort zone, the more you learn to trust your ability to navigate through tough times. Adaptability is another crucial skill forged through discomfort. Life rarely goes as planned, and the ability to adjust and thrive in changing circumstances is essential. When you step out of your comfort zone, you expose yourself to new situations that require flexibility, quick thinking, and problem solving. Each unfamiliar experience sharpens your ability to adapt, to find creative solutions, and to make decisions in uncertain conditions. People who are willing to embrace new experiences often find themselves better equipped to handle unexpected changes, whether in their careers, relationships, or personal lives. The world is constantly evolving, and those who resist change often struggle to keep up. By stretching yourself beyond comfort, you learn to embrace change as a part of growth rather than a threat to your stability. Confidence is perhaps the most noticeable outcome of challenging your comfort zone. Each time you try something new, face a fear, or push beyond what you thought you were capable of, you prove to yourself that you can handle more than you imagine. Confidence doesn't come from always succeeding. It comes from knowing that even if you fail, you have the strength to try again. When you repeatedly choose courage over comfort, you build an inner belief in your abilities. This self-assurance extends into other areas of your life, influencing how you approach challenges, interact with others, and pursue your goals. You begin to realize that failure isn't something to be feared. It's a stepping stone to greater self-awareness and success. Moreover, stepping out of your comfort zone fosters a growth mindset, the belief that your abilities can be developed through dedication and effort. When you face challenges and overcome them, you shift from a fixed mindset that fears failure to a perspective that views each experience as a chance to learn. This mindset creates a willingness to take risks, seek feedback, and embrace difficulties as part of the journey. Rather than fearing mistakes, you start to see them as valuable lessons that help you grow stronger and more capable. Ultimately, the more you challenge yourself, the more resilient, adaptable, and confident you become. Each step beyond the comfort zone is an opportunity to strengthen your character, expand your understanding, and grow in ways you never thought possible. While comfort may feel secure, it can never provide the depth of growth that comes from facing fear, embracing uncertainty, and striving for more. The strength you build by stepping into discomfort becomes a foundation that supports you through the inevitable ups and downs of life. At the end of life, people often regret the chances they didn't take more than the mistakes they made. It's a profound reality that echoes through the reflections of those who have reached the twilight of their lives. When people look back, they seldom fixate on the failures they encountered or the mistakes they made in their efforts to pursue something meaningful. Instead, it's the what-ifs that linger, the opportunities left unexplored, the past never ventured, and the dreams left untouched out of fear or hesitation. This regret can be a heavy burden, a silent reminder of moments when fear held more power than courage. Imagine standing at the end of your journey and recalling all the dreams you had, the aspirations you quietly nurtured but never dared to pursue because they seemed too risky or uncertain. Perhaps it was a career change you longed for but never attempted because the comfort of stability seemed more appealing. Maybe it was a passion you wanted to explore, a talent you wished to cultivate, or a relationship you hoped to deepen, but you chose to remain in the safety of familiarity. Over time, the cost of avoiding discomfort accumulates, and the realization of missed possibilities can bring more pain than any failure ever could. Regret over missed opportunities is more potent than the sting of failure, because failure is a byproduct of effort, of trying, of having the courage to reach beyond the known. Failure carries with it lessons, experience, and the satisfaction of having made an attempt. Regret, however, is rooted in inaction, the conscious choice to stay within the boundaries of comfort rather than risking vulnerability and uncertainty. The mind often replays these moments, wondering what could have been if only there had been a little more courage, a little more willingness to embrace discomfort. People who take risks and step outside their comfort zones may face setbacks, but they often carry a deeper sense of fulfillment because they lived fully. They explored possibilities, took chances, and learned from their experiences. They don't have to wonder what if because they already know the answer, even if it didn't work out as planned. The pain of failure fades, but the weight of never trying can linger, shaping a narrative of caution and restraint rather than exploration and growth. It is essential to recognize that regret doesn't only arise from significant life-altering decisions. It can stem from the small, everyday moments when we choose ease over effort. The opportunities to express ourselves, to share ideas, to connect more deeply with others, or to challenge ourselves in small but meaningful ways are all chances to grow. When we repeatedly choose comfort, we gradually construct a life built on avoidance rather than ambition. We become confined by our reluctance to face discomfort. And over time, this self-imposed limitation can lead to a deep sense of dissatisfaction. If we allow the fear of failure to dictate our choices, we risk living a life that feels incomplete. The comfort zone may feel safe, but it rarely leads to a life of fulfillment. The fear of failure is momentary, but the regret of missed opportunities can last a lifetime. The only way to minimize that regret is to embrace uncertainty, take risks, and pursue the things that matter most to us. Each time we step outside of our comfort zone, we diminish the possibility of looking back with the sorrow of missed chances. Life is too brief and too precious to be lived on the sidelines, confined by fear and hesitation. The regret of not trying is a burden far heavier than the discomfort of failure. Each step outside your comfort zone stretches and expands it, making what once seemed daunting now feel achievable. When we think about stepping out of our comfort zones, we often imagine taking a massive, intimidating leap into the unknown. However, growth doesn't always require drastic changes. Small, intentional steps beyond what feels familiar can lead to significant and lasting transformation. Each time you push past your comfort zone, you not only achieve something new, but you also redefine the boundaries of what you're capable of. What once felt overwhelming or impossible gradually becomes manageable, and your confidence in handling uncertainty and challenges grows. Consider the first time you tried to learn a new skill, whether it was speaking in public, learning a foreign language, or trying a new sport. Initially, there may have been anxiety, self-doubt, and a fear of failure. Yet, as you practiced and exposed yourself to the unfamiliar, it became less intimidating. Speaking a few words in a new language might have felt uncomfortable at first, but eventually constructing sentences or having a basic conversation became achievable. The initial discomfort started to fade, and what was once a source of fear transformed into a skill you could use with more confidence. This gradual expansion is the power of stretching your comfort zone. It grows with each step you take. The same principle applies to personal growth and career development. Taking on new responsibilities, applying for a promotion, or seeking out leadership opportunities may initially seem overwhelming. Yet, when you take those steps, even if they are small, you begin to realize that you're more capable than you initially thought. Each challenge faced builds on the last, creating a foundation of experience and resilience. Tasks that once seemed beyond your ability eventually become part of your skill set. Your comfort zone expands, allowing you to take on even greater challenges with more confidence. Moreover, expanding your comfort zone creates a ripple effect. As you grow more comfortable with discomfort, you develop a mindset that is more open to exploration and change. You become less fearful of failure and more curious about what lies beyond your current limits. This growth mindset not only benefits you personally, but also inspires those around you. When people see you taking risks, embracing challenges, and facing uncertainty with courage, they are more likely to do the same. Your expanded comfort zone encourages others to challenge their own limits, creating an environment of growth and exploration. Expanding your comfort zone also increases your adaptability. In a rapidly changing world, the ability to adapt is invaluable. By consistently stepping outside of what is familiar, you become more skilled at navigating uncertainty and handling change. Life will inevitably throw unexpected challenges your way. A career shift, a personal loss, or an unforeseen obstacle. Those who have consistently challenged themselves to expand their comfort zones are more prepared to handle these situations with resilience and creativity. They have experienced the discomfort of the unknown before and learn how to find their footing despite it. However, it's essential to acknowledge that expanding your comfort zone is not a linear process. There will be setbacks, failures, and moments of doubt. There may be times when you take a step forward and feel the need to retreat temporarily. That's okay. Growth is a journey, not a race. The goal is not to eliminate fear or discomfort, but to develop a healthier relationship with them. When you learn to see discomfort as a sign of growth rather than a threat, you become more willing to embrace it rather than avoid it. The beauty of expanding your comfort zone is that it opens up possibilities you may never have considered before. As you grow more comfortable with uncertainty and challenge, you begin to dream bigger, set more ambitious goals, and explore opportunities that once seemed out of reach. Your perspective broadens, your confidence strengthens, and your ability to navigate life's complexities deepens. The boundaries that once confined you become the stepping stones that lead you toward a more fulfilled, dynamic, and expansive life. In the end, staying in your comfort zone may feel safe, but it ultimately limits your potential and leaves you wondering what could have been. Growth and fulfillment lie just beyond the boundaries of what is familiar, in the realm of discomfort, risk, and uncertainty. Yet stepping out of your comfort zone can be daunting, and there will be times when you stumble or fall. Yet it is far better to face failure than to live with the regret of never having tried. Embrace discomfort as a necessary part of growth. Let fear guide you toward what matters and push yourself to explore the uncharted. The courage to expand your comfort zone is not just about achieving more, it's about living more fully, more boldly, and more authentically. If you want to reach your true potential, don't let your comfort zone become your cage. Choose growth over stagnation, exploration over complacency, and in doing so, create a life that is not merely lived, but truly experienced.